Willie D Live.
What's up, family? Check this out. It is my belief that Ayesha Curry, the wife of NBA superstar Steph Curry, may have inadvertently cracked the case of who to date. Yeah, Ayesha was on some podcast. I hate to say it like that, but I don't remember the name of it. No disrespect. But she was on a podcast and she was talking about how she met Steph and, they're dating in high school and how she didn't believe when she first met Steph that he would be the one. She just looked at him as a friend. She never, she doubled down, never considered him. She said that she thought she was going to be the it girl, making all of these moves and stuff. She thought she would be the one. And Steph would be maybe a basketball coach because that's what he said he wanted to be. Her statements did not come without criticism. There are many people on the internet saying, why do women constantly throw their husbands under the bus with those type of statements saying, I didn't think he would be the one. I wasn't attracted to him initially. Travis Hunter's wife said the same thing. Yeah. Now, got me to thinking. Women, perhaps, should date the guy that they think is not the right guy. Because a lot of women make that mistake early on. And here's why I think they make the mistake. Because they're looking for the guy, they're checking for the guy that all of the other girls are checking for. They want the cool guy, the star on the football team or basketball team, and I'm not sure if Steph was a star by then. They want the guy that all of the other women want. They want the bad guy, They want the guy with the drama, I don't know what it is about women. Why are y'all like that? I guess I did benefit a little bit from that. So here's my question. What if young women, and not so young women, started dating guys who were not their type? What if they started pursuing guys who are not their type? Because oftentimes we hear these women talk about having married the guy who was not their type, and he turned out to be a good one. He turned out to be a good catch. The bad boy, the high school football player, the pretty boy, they usually ain't gonna make it in life. They not going to ascend to greatness because they peak in high school. They peak in college because in many cases, they don't have nothing else going on. All they got going on is their bad boy image, their good looks, their style or whatever. That's all they got going. And they kind of ride that until the wheels fall off, They rock with it till the wheels fall. Kind of like a pretty girl, right? She ain't got nothing else going on. A lot of times, the prettiest girls don't have anything else going on. And this is why it's difficult for them to maintain a relationship because they ain't got nothing else going on besides looks. I saw a video the other day and this guy asked this woman who was walking the street. I don't know if she was his content creator or whatever, but she was just filming him or whatever. But he asked the woman, he said, excuse me, while she's walking, she was dressed to the nines. Excuse me, what do you do for a living? And she said, oh, I just wake up and look beautiful every day. That's it. What kind of life is that? I just take life more serious than that. I think we all got one, we all got one. And I said think because, some people believe in reincarnation. I think we got one shot at it and that's it. I don't want to live my life just waking up trying to look good. That's my whole goal. That's just to look good. What I want to make a contribution. I want to make a difference. I want to do something with my time. I want to add. When I'm gone, I want somebody to say, man, my life is better because he lived. Yeah. Anyway, fam, Ayesha Curry has been getting a lot of backlash because people are saying, wow, damn, she always embarrassing Steph. And I'm going to keep it a buck with you, fam. If I was in Steph's shoes, I'd feel some type of way. I get it, that, I wasn't your type and, because I was this type of guy, whatever, but I won you over. But that is something that should be really, that's a private thing, like, I'm wondering, do they have conversations? And she said, baby, are you okay with me saying this stuff? And whoop, that's cool. If he cool with it, that's cool. But I would feel some type of way because people already believe that she only married Steph for the money. A lot of people believe that she's jealous of Steph's career. And, she said it, by her own admission, she said that she thought she would be the it girl. She thought she was going to be out there making moves and getting it. And it ends up being Steph. So perhaps there's some jealousy there. It wouldn't be uncommon in relationships. Oftentimes, your spouse is your biggest hater. That's right. I said, somebody looking around right now. Somebody looking around and they thinking about their spouse. Yeah, sometimes your spouse is your biggest hater. Your spouse should be your biggest supporter. Your spouse should be your number one cheerleader. Yeah, it's you and him or you and her. That's what it is. So if you have an idea for a business, they should be the first one saying, hey, what's the name? You got a name? Okay, well, I'm going to help you come up with a name. I'm going to help you come up with the logo. I'm going to help you come up with product ideas, service ideas. You know what I'm saying? That's a good mate. That's a good helpmate. Ayesha Curry does seem to have a little bias remorse, meaning that she went along with the program with Steph and she became a supportive wife and a mother, and she went that route instead of going out there being the it girl and the one with all of the attention. The trip part about it is what she don't understand is just by being married to Steph Curry, by default, she is the it chick. You know what I'm saying? But I guess she wants more, and therein lies the problem. As bad as it looks, in her latest questionable comments she's made about her marriage with Steph Curry, perhaps, just perhaps, Ayesha Curry has cracked the relationship dilemma code. But what say you, fam? Drop a comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts. No more talk.